Hello my fellow crafters, welcome back to my channel. My name is David and today I'm going to be working on some ATCs. Again, I know, I'm a bit of a, how do you call that? I'm on a roll, let me put it that way. But I've done a couple of ATCs in the last couple of lives I did, and I've got all this stuff on my desk, and I just thought, well, you might as well use what I've got on my desk and then move on to another project. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got some fun ideas that I'm going to be playing with. So yeah, let's get started. Let's switch the cameras around and see what I've got planned. So what I have is I've got these, and I mentioned that during the live. Sometimes you don't have time to make elaborate backgrounds, and then in my coffee dyed paper pack we've got these lovely cards that you can just die cut out, and you've got your ATC background ready. Just play with it. Neutral background, so you can stamp on it and done. But Annette Green also has these beautiful cards that are actually in her Harmonious Hodgepodge paper pack that are ATC size. So that is fun to play with as well. And I had these cut out, so I'm just going to play with that. I'm going to mix and match. I'm going to use some of Angelica's words, these on here. I'm going to use my own lace. That's how far I got. And I might do some stamping, etc. But I'm going to play. So I'm going to work on these guys first, I think. Yeah, on these guys first. Doesn't matter, David, don't overthink. But what I've done, which I think is pretty cool, Angelica has this beautiful die. Let me tell you what it's called. It's this one, Layered Greetings 12122. And I love these shadow layers. And I'm using the Helo one. And what I did is I've cut out the shadow layer out of a tea bag. I've got this box of tea bags here. And I just thought that color-wise matches this one beautiful. So I'm going to glue the Helo that I've cut out of a brown paper, a reddish brown, onto there. And that's already very pretty, I think. But I'm going to do a bit more. I want this to be a bit more grungy. They're already nice and grungy, and I'm not going to cover up too much of these beautiful images, but I want to do something. So let me get I've got this silicone matte thingy from scrapbook.com. I will just put that there. There we go. So I can make a mess because I don't want to ruin my nice clean background. And this grabs a hold of the paper, which is quite nice. It grabs hold of everything, by the way. If you use embossing powder glitter, it will grab a hold of that. So that's not too nice, but okay. I've got a big brush here. And I've got this stuff, which is, I've had this for ages. It's gorgeous stuff. Just forget to use it. So distress paste. You'll see, it's fun. It's by Cadence. I'm not sure how widely this is available in other countries, but yeah. So, got a scrap piece of paper on the side because I don't want it too heavy. And I'm just going to start by flicking that. Oh yes. Oh, sometimes you just love it when a plan comes together, right? Sort of dry brushing, flicking it up. And it immediately creates a more grungy. And now I'm just going to dry brush all over the whole thing. And look at the difference that makes. I love that. So let's do that to the other ones as well. And as I mentioned before, if you saw my live, I'm reorganizing my craft room because it's a mess after all the fairs and everything that I've done. I'm just reorganizing some bits and bobs. And I found this again and I thought, oh, that was cool. I really think this is cool. nice and crunchy. Then I just might see if I just dab it on like this in the corners. Yeah, that's nice as well. Just creating, you know what? I'm just gonna dab it on like this, making it even more textured, just in two corners. See that? So I'll do that to the other ones as well. Okay, move away from the paste, David. Fun stuff, I must say. That needs to dry now. Okay, so while this is drying, I might as well work on this piece that I want to color, and I'm going to stamp on these guys. So let's do that. What I've done already, by the way, is on the back I've put another matte layer, and I've cut out this matte layer from my Torn set, which is an older collection that fits on ATCs perfectly. So this is from the Torn set. By the way, the base page at the base I cut out with the same set. Stamped with the stamp from the ATC special kit. There's another one in my collection with this kind of stuff. Paper is from Harmonious Hodgepodge, but that just goes to show how fun it all mixes. So, okay, let's do some stamping. So what I'm going to use for stamping is my script stamp, and this is well loved, you see. And I'm not bothered. I think it's a dirty stamp is a loved stamp, and this one is definitely loved and used a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp using Wow embossing ink, and I'm going to stamp free-handed. So I'm not going to use a block. I'm just going to stamp like that, like that, and here, like that. Okay. I'm going to take my coffee filter, and I'm going to cover these with embossing powder. And I'm going to use one of my all-time favorite embossing powders. If you follow me, you know that is the Weathered Gold. I don't think I've ever repurchased an embossing powder, because these things seem to grow on you instead of that you use them. But this one is my second one already. The only one I've ever repurchased. Goes to show. I want texture. That's what it is. That's all I'm doing. Now it looks very dark in the pot, but wait until I heat set it. Or melt it, I should say. Love it. Love, 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 love it. Okay. That one can go back. So, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a vintage photo. So, with my ink dauber, I will pick up vintage photo. And we'll go around. So these are going to be way more vintage, not the bright colors. Like that. There we go. Gonna do a bit of splattering, just because I can. heat them a bit. And pick that up. So this is what I love. I mean, these cards are pretty on its own, but altering them, stamping on them, heat embossing, and then making splatters, and yeah, I love that. This is just having fun. It's playtime, right? And that's what I like about these about making ATCs. It's playtime. It's just having fun. Right, these can go to the side for a second, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to color my piece of lace, and I'm going to do that by ink smooshing it. Now there are different ways of doing this. Of course, I could have done that. I could have done that with the paper first and then die cut it, but I just thought I'll do that now. And I'm going to use tea dye in the oxide, and I'm going to use Vintage Photo, which is not showing up on my mat, but trust me, it's there. Mix these colors up, and all of a sudden you see it. And then I'm just going to drag this through. By the way, this is soft finish card, which I love. I adore that stuff because it's such a beautiful textured paper. And if you want to stamp on it, there's a smooth side as well. So that's it, drying that. Now I want to move that a bit in certain places, so I'm just going to wet that just so I can get all the white gone. There we go, that's it. Now this is all nice and dry now, and it matches the paper beautifully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip the lace in pieces. There we go. That's one piece. It's going to go on there. So I'm going to glue these down, and then I'm going to think about what else I'm going to do, because I did not have a solid plan in my head for this. But I do like this. I do like this. So lots of little dots of glue. Change my mind, doing it the other way around, because I don't want to lose that image. So I got to think about that. That's on there, that's cool. Trim off the excess. I love that. Okay, I'll finish that with the others and then I'll be back. These are going together really nicely. I think I like that, what I've done here. Yeah. So I'm gonna put little pieces of the lace at the top. This is just me winging it. I didn't think this completely through, which is part of the fun, I think. Just use what you have on your desk. Use up your scraps and bits and bobs. And I like that you can still see the original cards through it. So I'm going to put these to the side for a second, and I'm going to think about them while I layer these up, because these are going to go on the other cards. So I'm going to glue this to the shadow layer that I've cut out of the tea bag. Yeah. Love that. That's really cool. So I'll finish the others. So I'm going to dry these. Just want to make sure that the paste that I put on there is dry. This is dry brush, so that's no time, but it's way thicker on the sides, so these are going to be like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some black thread and I'm going to put that on the behind the hello. Now I didn't think this through, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Then I'm going to put some glue behind here. Place that in the glue. And glue that onto my card. Pressing that down. And press that down. There we go. Love it! Hello. Nice, grungy, vintage, with a great background made by Annette. Yeah, that's what I think this is fun. I think it needs something more. So I've got this vintage gold wax by Finnabair. I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit on my finger. I'm going to go over this. Yeah. Just to give it a pop of that gold. Like that. You don't have to do this. I just like it. It's me. And then I want to bring it a tiny bit to the edge. Love that. Okay, this is just this. I like these finishing touches. Again, if you don't want to do this, don't do it. But I just think it's fun. It just adds this little grunge. It finishes them up for me. So these are done. And I love them. So moving on to the next ones. And you know what? I'm not going to do much more to them. I like them. I like the simplicity. I'm just going to put on some of these sentiments that I've got cut out already. That are matching the color theme. Now I don't want it too big, I don't want it too small. Yeah, there. I need to cut some new ones, they're going quick already. Just going to ink the edges of this sentiment and then I'm going to put that on. Before I do that, I will do some splattering, which is a nice reddish brown. By the way, this was Amsterdam ink. Going to ink these with Vintage Photo. And glue these down. Right there, pulls it together. And here we have those. Nice and simple, but I love them. Pretty on the back. So that was it for today. I love how these turned out. So my stash is growing, slowly but surely. My stash is growing again, so which is good because I need them. So I hope you liked it too. Thank you for joining me today. Next time will be an art journal page again, I promise. But I hope you like this as well. If you do, give this video a thumbs up and consider to subscribe to my channel for more fun videos like this, and leave a comment. That really helps as well, and I will always answer. So just leave a fun comment saying you like it, or if you have a question, just ask it. Thank you for joining me today, and I love to see you for the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.